We come from the shadows, listening to conversations all over the world. He is the Archive, and I am Encyclopedia M. Together, we are the Plagiarism Police. If you quote in conversation and do not cite your source, we are there. With our super sensitive hearing, we can hear you. We come to protect the ones before. We come in good spirit to help those who lost their way in conversation.
We are
the Plagiarism Police.
Do you hear that, Encyclopedia M?
It sounds like Lindsay Lohan and Nicole Richie quoting and not citing a source.
Let's roll.
Fashion, turn to the left. Fashion, turn to the right. Fashion. We are the Goon Squad and we're coming to town. Beep, beep.
Babies are born with over 300 bones, but by the time they reach adulthood, they only have 206 bones. For real?
Do you have a citation for that source?
We just want to emote till we're dead. I know we suffer for fashion or whatever. We don't want these days to ever end. We just want to...
Babies are born with over 300 bones, but by the time they reach adulthood, they only have 206 bones.
British sirens don't go flat. It's not supposed to happen like that. Not like that.
Do you hear that?
I'm Lance Armstrong. You know that we're at a point now where we can no longer trust other people with saving the world?
It sounds a little bit like Lance Armstrong quoting a magazine without citing his source.
Oh, let's get him!
Do you have a citation for that quote?
Well, we're talking about saving the world here.
Yeah?
Well, I don't know. I think some guy named Alex Steffen said it. I read it in some magazine.
Magazine!
Thanks, the Archive and Encyclopedia M. I learned an important lesson today. I'm always going to cite in the future.
Do you hear that?
Yeah! Sounds like the Jonas Brothers, and they're singing!
Unattributed lyrics!
Oh, let's go!
Cite your source in the liner notes, the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah, that line about the heart shall find a home, but it's never home. You didn't say that. Who did?
I guess my mom did, like October 27th, 2007. What does that matter?
You know what? It matters. You always have to cite your sources.
To cite your source. Stay.
Do you hear that?
Sounds like Jimmy Page and Robert Plant of Led Zeppelin. And they're grilling and plagiarizing.
I'm gonna send you back to school, way down inside. Honey, you need it. I'm gonna give you my love. I'm gonna give you my love.
Grilling is a form of cooking
That involves
direct heat.
Hey, wait a minute, Jimmy Page and Robert Plant of Led Zeppelin. It sounds like you were quoting, but from what?
Yeah.
Weather Grill.
You need to cite your source, MLA style.
It ain't rockin' to not cite your sources.
Led Zeppelin, did you learn a valuable lesson about MLA citations?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Really.
Do you hear that? Peace is a state of harmony or the absence of hostility.
It sounds like John Lennon and Yoko Ono quoting from a source
And not citing.
We're needed.
It's easy if you try. No hell.
Hey, John Lennon and Yoko Ono. Sounds like you're quoting from a source and not citing.
But I got it from the Encyclopedia Britannica.
John Lennon, you have to cite your source.
Living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do.
Learn about the lesson, John? Yes. Okay, will you sign this?
The Plagiarism Police hopes that you learned a valuable lesson today about citing MLA style, whether it be an oral report or a written report. For the time being, you may now enjoy this footage of a gorilla man holding a Boston Terrier. But mentally prepare, you are about to do another citation worksheet.
Come on, Gorilla Man. We know you didn't write that. That's totally Shakespeare from Romeo and Juliet.
Go.
Did you learn a valuable lesson?
Okay, so did you guys learn a valuable lesson about MLA? I could do it again. MLA. Be in the liner notes.
Jonas Brothers suck.
That's good.
Done.